I am turned on. My name is Jake Rayson. I'm a forest gardener and a forest garden designer. I mean, I say, am I turned on? I meant, is my microphone turned on? That's obviously what I meant. Okay, I'm just did a live stream this morning. Can't get enough of live streaming today. I am working on this massive, great big spreadsheet. Well, spreadsheets take a lot of time, but they are really, really worth it. But I'll just show you what I'm doing. I've got the plan here for the clifftop garden, and it's a lot of the stuff, a lot of the shrubs are mostly in the right place, but there's a bit of, I need to kind of have a look on site as it were, and check things out. And there's some things which I just put down which I'm not 100% sure, like lemonade bush, where it's going to go. And there's things which I think I'd like to see them before really making a decision about them. And this is the interesting thing about the design process. It's not like, oh, there you go, of course that's how you do it. I did, unless you're brilliant. I heard about, who was it? The Gertrude Jekyll, and she wrote with Lutyens' House. Was that the one at Dixter? She didn't actually see Dixter. Anyway, she'd done a design and she just kind of posted it off, never having seen the beds at all. But I can't do that. I'm not in that league. Anyway, it's really exciting. So I've got a load of plants, and it's a small garden, but there's actually you'd be amazed at how many plants there are and how much work there is in kind of piecing it all together. So I'm just going through bed by bed, shrub by shrub, and then going through the perennials and stuff, and sorting it all out, and then writing them down. And the really key thing for writing this down is so that you get an idea of, firstly, you've got all the plants listed and you're not going to have massive gaps everywhere, but also so you get an idea of price. I've got a budget of, I think it's £1,000 for all the plants. That's everything, and that's across not just that. That's a lot of. There's a couple of other things a couple of other plants I need to get as well. So yeah, it's kind of, you need to kind of work it out. And some of the prices I've just put them in temporarily, and I haven't got a supplier, and I'll get some native plants off of some local suppliers. So always get native plants if you can, and local suppliers if you can as well. So I need to go through that. But I just wanted to show you the actual process of me doing it. So I'll pick another one. This might be a bit slow because my computer's really, really slow. Yeah, it is really slow. So Sweet Sicily, Miris odorata. There we go. So it's at the back bed. Got chokeberry, which is providing cover on the right hand side of the pergola. And this big bush here. Beautiful white flowers, beautiful berries, and beautiful foliage in the autumn as well. So it's a lovely plant. I mean, and it's really productive, not self-fertile. So I've got another couple kicking around, and I've gone for one called Brilliant. I think I have. Yes, I have. That name rings a bell. Anyway, and then I want to put in as a Daphne for fragrance as well. And then I want to put in some other evergreen. So I want to soften that up a bit with some Sweet Sicily, which is a herbaceous perennial, and Meadowsweet, which is herbaceous perennial as well. Not necessarily this particular position, but this is the joy of it. Is just to start figuring out what kind of plants go where. So basically, you have there'll be a froth of white flowers at the back, the Sweet Sicily flowers earlier on, and then there's a Daphne at the front, which is dark, and then there's a big bush to the right. I put a couple of hedge woundwort in there, but again, not sure which flowers to put in. So Sweet Sicily, I've got it on the plan. Miris odorata, 1 metre by 1 metre, roughly. So I write down here, Sweet Sicily, Miris. How do you spell Miris? Double I? No, is it double H? Double R. Miris odorata. Let me zoom in for you. The sheer hell of it. There we go. And it's in the bed. So this is always handy when you come to do the I love it. Look, it's frozen. Oh, good lord. When you come to plant out, it's really useful to know which beds the plant's going in as well, so you can sort out the plants. And honestly, it does take quite a lot of time if you've got multiple plants going in multiple beds, you can get really confusing really, really quickly. And I've got them for the flower, and I think they're scented, Sweet Sicily. I know they've got a lovely, I'm not sure if the flower's scented or not. Not sure. 1 metre by 1 metre, area, it's not an area, and I want about, I don't know, there's a couple kicking around. Let me have a look. Where else have I got them? I think that's it. I'll get like three or four. I'll get 4. And I'm putting £2 in, but you can actually get plug plants way cheaper, but plug plants obviously take a while longer to grow. And then, yep, so that's that information there. So I'll put 3 down. And then we look it up. And I've got all this information already in other places, but what I want to do is just to show you. So I go to Plants for Future and then put in Sweet Sicily. I'm pretty sure it's a native. Who knows? I think so. Really nice in salads. So just like it just gives that little aniseed in a summer salad. Really, really nice. It will take a little. I'll just copy the link. Copy link address. Okay. Take your time. That's it. Just go blank. And then insert Command K, insert link. I paste the link in and it comes up with that. So that's the Plants for a Future. And I might as well stop that because it's just going to take up. Yeah, like stop. And then the other one is Plant Atlas, and I use Plant Atlas. Really, it's a botanical reference, but I want to get across the idea that you're not just designing for, you're designing for wildlife as well. So like native, it's a really good reference for native plants because it just gives a fair bit of information. It's not a gardener's reference, it's a botanical reference. But I like to have Plants for a Future for the kind of uses of it and the kind of overall overview of it, and then the Plant Atlas for the kind of detail, for the botanical detail. And then very often I'll use, if it's a non-native, I'll use RHS or I'll use Wikipedia. So those are the kind of things that I use. Let's have a look, see if it is native. Oh, it is native. Yeah, I was right all along. So Miris odorata, and that it is a bit clunky, slow, the old online atlas, but you know, they're operating on a shoestring, no doubt. Like everybody else apart from the bankers. Bankers don't operate on a shoestring. Bankers don't need to run a Christmas raffle. Bankers have got lots of money, and if they don't have lots of money, they get given even more money by the government to the tune of, I don't know, £9 trillion or something in the great crash of 2009. Anyway, not that I'm a raving socialist or anything, but I kind of have just about had enough. It really is, you know, it is. And we can't afford that. And you go, what? You've bailed out the banks and you're saying we can't afford to stop shit from going into the rivers. I don't know what the hell is that about. What the hell is that about? Anyway, sorry, where was I? Sweet Sicily. So Command K and then paste that link in there. Dunk. Go on and paste it, paste it, paste it. Come on then. Come on, you can do it. There we go. That's that Plant Atlas goes in. And then I've so I've got all the kind of all the sizes and everything. I'll get it locally. I might actually have some plants myself, thinking about it. Yes, and then I'll put all this together, and then the client, this is shared with the client, and the client can see this as well. And what I'm really hoping is to actually engage people in gardening. John Little I will do a live stream about it. Basically talks about maintenance, and he's saying any project should be 60% for the what the hell is it called, the capital, the actual project, the building the project. 40% of the money should go to maintenance, and I totally agree. There is this kind of obsession with building stuff, and then it just gets left and doesn't get used. Everything's on the surface. This is how this thing looks, and it kind of goes so much in our kind of culture. It's everything's so visual, and so little is about how is it used, what is its function, how does it fit together, how do people use it. So I totally agree with that. 60% for capital spending for the project, getting the project off the ground. 40% for maintenance. Got to get the maintenance in. Really lucky with this job is that the client is really into plants as well, so it's brilliant. So I'm very, very happy, and it is funny how happy that makes you spending all this time putting all this stuff together to know that the person will read it, or if not read it, it's a reference and they can read it if they want to, and they might well read it. And it's just great because then it means that the garden will work, and the work that you put in will come together. So there we go. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that little thing about making up a plant list. I've probably got another hour or so to go. Both kids off school. Don't think it's COVID. I think it's a cold, but still it's a bit of a pain. There we go. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.